Hello. Welcome to DK Boljat. I am painting the Anna's Hummingbird today. And I am working on the feathers on her head. They're in this really nice pattern. And I am putting that in right now. So I've got Hooker's Green on my brush. This is a round brush. The round brush, it is a 3-0 round brush. And I'm just going to continue putting in the little feathers one by one. And as I do that, I have a brush that has white, and this brush is a 20-0 Spectrum liner. I think, yeah, it's made by Dracal. Okay, so I'm gonna continue. And this takes just a little white edge. Just a little bit edge. And if I can't get it to go, I'm gonna have to go get more paint. First I got my brush wet, and I went right into the paint, and that's gonna help. You don't want to get your brush wet and paint the canvas. That won't help. Okay, put that little bit of green on here. Make it less of a wet line. Ready for the next row. So I have 3 different brushes. This one's a round as well as the first one, and this is a size 2 round. You can see it right there. Ready for some white. These larger feathers up here, they have on top of her head, they have a little bit more of the lighter green than just the edge. Edge pieces are light green or dark green and then white. I'm just grabbing more white paint. This is titanium white, and the green is Hooker's Green mixed with titanium white. This one, actually, the dark green is Hooker's Green, and then the medium green is Hooker's Green mixed with titanium white. And I'm going to need to sharpen up the top there. I think I'm a little over the top of her head. Not a problem, we can fix that. There is some lines going this way, sort of down. It's just the outlines of the feathers. I'm going to sharpen up the top there. I will need a round brush that's damp. And that's all I need. Get that in here. I don't know if you've noticed or not, but I am trying really hard not to make a pattern. Too much of a pattern anyway. Just enough to look like feathers. Let's see if I can get another one in here. I'm glad you're joining me today to paint this bird. Been working on her for a little while. Getting more white paint. First I had to get the brush wet. Going right back into the white paint. Just got a little bit of white on her feathers on the top of her head, right above her eye. I don't want it to look like the eyeball itself. I want it to look like feathers, so I'm just going to put a little bit in there. We can fix it later if we need to. Back here with some lighter green in between these little feathers that I just put in. I still want the dark green to be there. Maybe just not so pronounced. And back into the white. This is acrylic paint. I don't know if you've been with me in this series, painting this little bird, but I'm sure I'm enjoying painting her. Dark green. And in between green, sort of a lighter green. I'm just trying to get the excess water off of it. When I got the paint that time, I left a little bit too much water on the brush, but I can take it right back off. Okay. And as we get back further here, it just, you can see the side of them more so than you can see the whole feather. So I'm going to do the same kind of thing, just moving it up higher on her head. You can narrow that down with the lighter green. Going right over the paint I just painted. Put the dark green on there. And just edge of the feather. And on the top, I don't see it as much, so I'm probably just gonna put a little bit mixed with some lighter green. I think that's probably gonna be plenty. I'm just taking it off. Touching it with the gloves, taking it off. And that ought to do it for now. I'm gonna get a little bit more right here. I just took off too much with my finger. Alright. I'm gonna put some white over there too. Sometimes it's hard for me to stop painting. I enjoy it so much. And we'll just put that like that, and then put her little edge of her feather right here. And try to see it going up. I'm taking off excess. And her head sort of looks, I'm gonna have to make it more round, I think. Okay. If I don't want it to be so round, I can put some sky color in, similar to what I already had in there, which is phthalo blue and white. And what you want to do is mix the color a little lighter than what's on there. Acrylic dries darker than what you're gonna, than what you think it will be. Like when you're holding it up against there, it needs to be a little bit lighter. Not a lot lighter, just a little bit. So I know that's clear as mud, right? Let me see if this is gonna come in close. Yeah, that should be good. So you can kind of see it's a bit lighter than the other color that's there. But I'm gonna get the cap of her head, the top of her head not to be so pointy. There we go. And then blend that in, just in case you do notice it. I'm just gonna take a Q-tip and wipe that off. I am so glad that you joined me today for this instructional video on painting a hummingbird. I'm just working on her little feathers on her head, which are very intricate and detailed. Yep. So I hope you join me again next time when I'm working on this little hummingbird. I hope you like this video, and I hope you subscribe to my channel and share it with your friends. All right, well, have a blessed day.